everybody, and welcome to Mama Rush's. We are going to go through chocolate crinkle cookies today. Okay, so very simple, just going to walk you through it. So what you're going to need, which is on the back of your mix, is you're going to need a half a cup of shortening, you're going to need 2 eggs, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and then you're also going to need about a half a cup of powdered sugar to roll your cookies in. Okay, so we're going to get started here. So I always recommend that you use a stand mixer. It's just a lot easier with the mixes, but you can use a hand mixer if you need to, but a stand mixer is a lot easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our half a cup of shortening and just plop it in there. What I like to do, especially in the winter months, is I go ahead and soften that up. So I will run this just for a few, probably just like 30 seconds, just kind of soften it up, warm it up. That way it's more easily incorporated throughout your cookie batter. Okay, and you can really judge at home how long you need to do that. So if it's in the summer months, I mean right now I'm doing this video and it's really cold and it's in the winter. So just to soften it up a bit, but if you're in the summer you won't need to do that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just add our 2 eggs. When we do all this first, you need to make sure you definitely incorporate your shortening, your eggs, and your vanilla before you put in your dry mix. It will not turn out the way you want it to turn out if you don't do that. Do our half a teaspoon of vanilla. I always use pure vanilla. I think it always tastes so much better. And then I also use palm shortening. So the directions call for vegetable shortening or palm shortening. When I had the actual bakery, I always use palm shortening, organic palm shortening. Okay, we're gonna mix this up for a few minutes. So I always stop a couple times in between to scrape down the sides because it's not a ton of shortening and a lot of eggs, so you just kind of want to make sure you get as incorporated as possible. It won't fully incorporate because of the shortening, but you want to get it as incorporated as possible before we add our dry mix. Okay, now we're going to put our dry mix. You're just going to put the whole thing in. When we first start to incorporate this, we want to go on low for a while. It's going to be kind of crumbly. It takes a while for it to incorporate all the way through. And if we get to, after we've been mixing it for about a minute or so, if it's still a little bit crumbly, go ahead and add a little water to it. It's fine. Sometimes eggs are smaller than other eggs, and you won't have as much moisture, so because you want to make sure, and I'll show you, gooey when you put it in your scoop. So we'll wait and see here. So I always recommend that you're going to mix this about 2 minutes on high. So first you're going to want to incorporate it, and then you're going to increase the speed a little bit at a time so you don't have cookie dough flying everywhere. I do stop because a lot of times the shortening will be on the sides or on the bottom because you just kind of added it in there on top. So that helps, again, to get that all incorporated. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 before we start all this, which I already started, but I forgot to mention that. So mine is a bit crumbly. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add like a tablespoon of water. It honestly shouldn't take any more than that. If it does, it's fine. It also takes time to incorporate the shortening in with the dry mix, so it takes a little bit longer since the sugar is already added to the mix. So once you get it to where it's kind of getting doughy, you can turn it up on high to make sure it gets everything incorporated real good. Okay. So we're all incorporated here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually scoop it onto our cookie tray here. Now I line all my cookie trays with parchment just because I like the ease of it and it comes right off and it doesn't end up making a mess on my actual cookie trays. But that's up to you. If you have a non-stick, you can non-stick. It's just parchment is just really easy. I'm done with it. It never sticks and I just throw it away. So we're going to take, and I use a 1.5 scoop, okay, on the cookies. You can use smaller if you don't want as big a cookies. If you use a 1.5 scoop, which you can find really at Target, at Walmart, Williams-Sonoma, wherever you like to shop for your kitchen utensils. It'll make about a 4-inch diameter cookie. If you want to do a smaller one, then obviously you get like a 2-inch diameter cookie. But I always use the 1.5. And you're going to have a scoop like this. And you're just going to put it in the powdered sugar. I just kind of roll it around. You want to get it really nice and coated. Okay, so it looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and fill your tray up here. Now when we're baking these, I'm not going to do all these. I'm just doing this to kind of show you how we do it here. Roll it so again, nice and covered. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then you're going to pop it in the oven for anywhere between 12 and 15 minutes. I can tell you for the bigger the cookie, it's going to take close to the 15 minutes. Oh, there's our oven. It's going to take the 15 minutes. Ovens vary, so you're really just going to have to kind of see what works best for you. Also, when you bring it out after 15 minutes or however long you think it needs to be cooked, I recommend 15 to 16 minutes, but if you want a softer cookie, you can go a little bit less than that. You may have to take a spatula and actually squish it down, and then you'll get what, you have this appearance, which looks awesome. So you've got really kind of like, I call it my chocolate brownie cookie, my powdered sugar, but that's our chocolate crinkle cookie. Hope that helps with making your chocolate crinkles. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.